Let me make something very clear, everybody. Let me make something very clear. I'm going to be very clear for everybody that's watching my content. And I think this needs to be said. Stop letting your past try to create who you are. Because you are not the same person what you used to be. Okay? You are not the same person what you used to be. I remember the days where, when I was a child, when I was in elementary school, I got bullied a lot. And when I got to 8th grade, that's when I reached my breaking point and I was whooping butt. I was kicking A to the SS. Ever since then, people left me alone. They kept freaking thinking they was going to win, but I kept bullying me, right? But guess what? I overcame bullying. You know why? Because I was taught not to bully others. I know what it was like. But when you disrespect me, when you lie to my face, when you do things you don't supposed to be doing, yes, I'm going to approach you different every single time. So let me tell you something. If you're watching this video, practice what you preach and stop lying to people, man. Stop lying to people. Be honest. An honest witness tells the truth, but a false witness tells lies. Ain't that Proverbs 14:5? That's what it talks about. So why don't we start being honest with ourselves, man? Start being honest with ourselves from a perspective of God for a minute. Look at yourself in the mirror, man. Look at what you're doing. Look at what you're doing. Look at the choices you make. It has a cause and effect, man. I don't care what astrology you are. I don't care if you Aries. I don't care if you Libra. I don't care if you Taurus. I don't care if you Virgo. Whatever the flip your 12 signs, whatever the flip you are. I don't care. What you do, the choices you make, is what you get overall. It's a consequence behind every choice you make. You might have a good consequence, you might have a bad consequence, or a little bit of both. But it's one or the other, one or two. Not a little bit of both, it's one or two. Okay? So why don't we start thinking about the choices we make? Why don't we start really thinking about overcoming all of these barriers, right? Start thinking about the choices you make and how you affect people. Okay? We all not perfect, okay? We get it. But it's not an excuse to keep hurting someone. It's not an excuse to keep on basically lying to a person. And it's definitely not an excuse for you to continue to lie to this person constantly when the person literally sees right through you from the very get-go. Okay? So start realizing the choices you make towards another person has a major consequence. And what you're doing behind a person's back and what you're saying in the inner rooms to other people about that person, and you know you're lying about the person and you think people ain't see it, oh, they see what you're doing. They know you're lying. They know you're lying. I know a lot of people lie about me all the time. I see they was making up stuff saying, oh, Dee this, oh, he's this freaking criminal, or this and that. But where in the world do you see proof of me being any sort of criminal? None. Because guess what? They want to run off of a freaking rumor and a lie made about you just to try to ruin your image and your reputation. But guess what? I'm still standing on my faith. I'm not going no darn where. Point blank in a period. And guess what? God saw what you did. What you was doing to me, God saw it. What you was doing to me, God saw it. And don't think he ain't see it. Because there's always a consequence of what you do to a person. Every single time. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how much you know about God. I don't care what level you are when it comes to knowing God. I don't care. If a person knows God is real in its entirety, he's real. Okay? Why should it matter how much you know more than another person just because of the fact that you think you could just run over the person if you got more knowledge than the other person? That's not right. If you got more knowledge than another person, you should share that knowledge with the person and help them grow better. Not tear them down, man. Stop lying to the person. Stop tearing people down when nothing goes your way, man. Sometimes you gotta learn to be yourself. Sometimes you gotta learn to meditate. Sometimes you just gotta talk with God for a minute. You gotta talk to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? Because at this given point, you really should question yourself sometimes. You should. You should question your value sometimes. You should. You should. But you should never doubt yourself. Never doubt yourself. Never doubt yourself. I had moments way back when I was younger. I had a lot of doubt at the time. I did. But I don't doubt anymore. I don't doubt. Because I already see through people the moment when they lie to my face. I've seen people lie to me so many times. And people noticed it too. People noticed that I saw through them. People saw I saw right through them. They saw I knew they was lying to me. So that's the funny part. You think God ain't gonna speak through me? He's speaking through me right now. He sees what you've been doing to me. He sees you lying to me. He sees all the stuff y'all doing to me. And don't think he ain't noticed it. Because he noticed it. Why you think you got a lot of bad luck behind it? Because you know you was lying. You might as well just stop the cap and stop lying. And tell the truth. He knows you were lying. Tell the truth. Because even if you don't tell the truth, guess what? God see right through you regardless. He knows you're lying. And you're not going to lay a finger. You're not going to touch me. You're not going to lay a finger on me. That's not a threat. That's a promise. You're not going to touch me. And you're not going to touch his chosen. I am one of his chosen. And you ain't going to touch me. Point blank in the period. In that order. In that fashion. Hope you all have a God bless and wonderful day. And know your calling. God bless.